welcome everyone this morning, and say that I'm glad that so many could come out. You're in for a real treat. I've known Dr. Sejeldin for quite a few years now, and a lot of people that I know, including myself, have sought out his advice and been able to improve their level of health. And I've heard him speak now, I suppose, a dozen times, and every time I hear him, I learn something new. He's just an incredible wealth of information, and I trust his guidance without question. He's helped so many of our family members and friends, and everyone that has done as he suggested has enjoyed better health because of it. So we're really honored to have him make the trek from Toronto today to speak to us, and he's going to, I've never really got straight exactly all where he studied, so I'm sure he'll tell you that. I think I am right in that he was going through as a medical doctor and decided that he would prefer to study health rather than disease. And he certainly has been able to improve everyone's health. So I'd like you to welcome Dr. Sejeldin from Toronto.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Do you all speak English? Okay, well, do I have to speak French? All I know is je t'aime. That's it. Well, anyway, today we're going to work until 4 o'clock, and hopefully people stay after 4 o'clock. I'm willing to stay until 5 and do another lecture. I'm trying to squeeze as much as possible so that I can give you the most of today. At the end of today, I want you to go home feeling that you have learned something, and that one thing is how to protect your health from the unknown. All of us are under the same type of danger because of the food we eat, because of what we drink. So I want to point out to you what leads us to become sick. A lot of people come and tell me, oh, my mother died of breast cancer. Do I have any chances of having breast cancer? Or my sister had this disease, and my mother had the same disease. Am I going to have the same thing? So what I want today is, number one, is take that burden off your shoulders, so that at the end of the day, you go home and say, well, it doesn't matter what people have. What dictates what I have today or tomorrow or in the future is what I put into my mouth. And all of you have heard of the saying that you are what you eat. So basically, if you drink alcohol all your life, you're going to have unsober days later on with diseases and going to doctor's office. Just talking about alcohol. Just recently, I had a patient, a grown man. He was 35. He is 35 years old, and he came seeking my help for alcoholism. So naturally, he's educated enough to understand that he doesn't want to become an alcoholic, and he came for my advice. So I examined him, and I was working with him. And normally, when somebody comes to ask me to help them stop smoking or stop drinking, the first question I say, do you want to? If people lay the whole burden on my shoulder, I say, no, I can't help you. But if people say, I'm trying, I need your help, then I work with them. So this man said the exact words that fits him into my examination room. I put him in the room, examined him. The phone rang, if an overseas call, or maybe from Cornwall. Well, to me it's overseas anyway. So I went out of the office, answered the phone, came back, opened the door suddenly, and this man was holding that bottle and honestly drinking from a huge bottle of whiskey, straight liquor into his mouth. So basically, we should not, the reason I brought this is because I want to tell you, don't find excuses for yourself for doing what you're doing. This person said, oh, you know what, I had a rough day, my father didn't treat me well. I said, what do I have to do with your father? You're here for something else today. So basically, we don't want to find out excuses for anything. So today, I think I have a few lectures we're going to talk about. And we have nutrition, we have fight back cancer. This is for Cornwall, this one here. And heart disease, and allergies, and candida. And this is 6 of them. And if we can fit them, I will. I really want to talk, squeeze this one here, tumor markers, because I think a lot of time most of us go to the doctor and they find some malignancies in somebody and they do not really follow up and checking for tumor markers. And also I want every person to do tumor markers once they pass certain age, depending on their lifestyle and their environment and what they do and all these things. So these are the things that I want to touch on. So I want to start with the basic and talk about nutrition altogether. How many of you attended last year's lecture here in Ontario, in Canada? Okay, just few people. So basically, this is the previous one plus some added material to it. So let's, what do we do now? Okay, and Susan mentioned that we've known each other for a long time. Yes, it's I think. Does this work?
We don't know.
Okay. Time. I'm proud to tell you that our lecture is the largest naturopathic and allergy clinic in North America. I'm proud of it because over the years we have been able to be instrumental in helping people into their health, not only here in Canada, but from people from Europe, people from the royal family in Saudi Arabia, and recently I treated a president of a country with all his ministers. So I was flown over. I'll tell you about it in a second. Yes, Susan?
Look, right now the screen is your jacket instead of because you're standing.
You don't like it this way? All right. So let's bring this here. Okay. Jeez, you people are picky. Okay. I treated someone for asthma condition. She came from overseas, and I did not know who she was, but she looked important because there is this embassy car keeps bringing her every day and taking her back, and I really did not know who she is, but I suspected that she is an important person. Anyway, after she went back to her country, she called me. She said, "My dad wants to thank you. My dad, the president, wants to thank you, for treating me for asthma." She had an asthma for about 16 years, and I removed it in 2 months, completely out. So I said, "President, who? What?" And she said, "Didn't you know I am the daughter of this president?" And I said, "No." And this president came online, talked to me, and thanked me for treating his most loveliest daughter. And he sent me another person for treatment, and the treatment was successful. Then he invited us, me and my office, and he said, your family and your office invited to my country. I said, "Great, get ready, everybody." And honestly, I did say that. And somebody said to me, "What do you mean? You should go by yourself. Check what's going on. If it's okay, then we go next time." And sure enough, when I went there was a presidential car waiting for me, and it only takes 2 people. So if I had taken my office, 12 people, we need 6 cars. If I took my family so we'll have a whole parade of cars, and they would have kicked me out right, go back to the country.